I could see how you'd want to put that behind you, but I mean, in a book, everything is kind of laid bare.
Right.
In that, what do you mention about it in this book?
I mentioned about, I talk about the bet. You know, people don't understand, although my career was going this way, but emotionally I was going down in 2004. I was averaging 18 points the year before. And then I was finished sixth in voting for MVP, and I got Defensive Player of the Year. So my goal was to come back that year and get MVP. You know, so I was on target. And we had the most wins in the regular season, Jermaine O'Neal, all those guys. So that season, I was still going crazy emotionally. I was still going the opposite directions. But the guy who threw the cup of beer at me, John Green, who's a friend of mine now, it was a $50 bet. So when the guy raised his hand, and I got hit on the scores table, I thought he hit me. I'm like, there's no reason for anybody to be raising their hands and cheering because the game is not going on. So I'm like, okay, you hit me. I went in that direction, and then John Green was like, he saw me running, and he kind of skinned it up, like, oh, I hope Metta or Ron doesn't think it's me, right? So, so the guy raised his hand because he owed John Green $50 that he could hit me. So they was just drunk, having fun, which everybody does silly things, but you know, it cost me tons and tons of millions of dollars.
But you're friends with the guy who hit you with the beer?
Absolutely. This is the reason why. I reached out to him. Because I don't like to hold grudges, you know. And then also, in this life, it's bigger than getting hit with a cup of beer, getting suspended, losing tens and tens of millions of dollars, and you know, life is bigger than that. You understand? And things happen, you know, and we move on.
How did you find him? How'd you find him?
Well, when I first got suspended from the borough, I thought everybody hated me. I was still young, you know, in my own mind. I had like 3-4 personalities at that age, or hearing things, right? And I was just going crazy at that age. And then I said, you know, I need to get rid of this. I need to feel better about myself. So I reached out on Twitter. I said, hey, if anybody can find this picture, I'll take you to lunch. I didn't put the name because it was John Green, and I didn't want people to think Ron Artest is reaching out to John Green to start a fight, you know? So I put the picture up, and this guy said, I know who that is. That's John Green, and he found him for me. Gave me his number. I called the number from direct message, and it said, this number has been changed. And then it gives you the right number, right? So, and then so it don't make no sense why they did that back in the days.
Right,
It's pretty stupid, right?
Sure.
So then I called the number. I said, hey, this is Ron. Can I speak to John? His wife answers. And she says, get the F out of here, right? That's what she says. Stop playing games. I said, no, I'm serious. This is Ron. And then she said, hey, John, Ron's on the phone, right? Like we are friends. It's the funniest story. I wish we could have filmed it. John answers the phone, and this is the guy who threw the cup at me. I can see why. He's crazy. He answers the phone and says, hey, Ron, what's up? Like he knows me. You understand what hey, Ron, what's up? How you doing? Very sorry.
He said right away,
He
I'm
didn't
very
even
sorry.
check to see if it was me. Like he just knew it was me.
I would have paid anything to hear that conversation.
It was amazing. And he said, you know, I'm sorry about what happened. Then he told me the story about the bet, you know, which was like, wow, like it made me feel so much better about that situation, you know, because there was no way out that situation. No way.
You felt better to know that he made a bet that he could hit you with a beer?
Yeah, because everybody for one, they blamed me for something that was on TV and it wasn't my fault. I didn't start this thing, but they say I did, right? Okay, cool. And then two, to find out it was a bet, you understand?
Did he ever get the $50?
I'm gonna ask him that, John. I'm gonna text you later.
Follow-up question on that.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.